Hi everybody, it's Paul here. I want to do a quick video about my Audi S5 in the background there. I've had the car for a year now, so I'm just going to go over what it's like owning the motor. Is it worth the money? What's the engine like? How's it sound? What's the styling like? What do I like about it? What don't I like about it? All that kind of stuff. So if you're looking to buy one of these things, then hopefully this video will help you out. So here is my Audi S5. I've had this for about a year now. It's got the 3-litre Supercharged V6 engine, putting out, I think it's about 328 brake horsepower, putting out 324 in torque, giving 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, which is pretty quick. So the V6 engine, supercharged 3-litre. Yep, so I've had this car for about a year now. So yeah, again, this video is just to quickly go through what it's like to own the thing. Is it worth the money? Should you buy one? If you're looking to buy a fast coupe, all that kind of jazz. So as you can see, it is a really nice looking car. I love the way the front side kind of bulges. I've made a few changes since buying it from stock. As you can see, I have taken off the standard, this is a black edition as well, I forgot to mention, and it did have the black edition grille on the front, which I just found too boring. There's too many cars kicking around which aren't S5s, standard A5s, that have that particular black grille, and I needed something just a bit more special and a bit more aggressive, and that's why I changed it to this hexagon grille from the RS5. I took off the RS5 badge from the grille I bought and I put this supercharged one on with the supercharged engine under the bonnet. So the front end of the car, absolutely love the styling of that. It's really aggressive. These headlights are gorgeous. Still probably my favourite headlights on any car bar the BMW 4 Series and 3 Series F80. From a side view, lovely styling again. You've got this one sweeping line that kind of starts up here and sweeps around along. It's really nice, and with the chrome wing mirrors, it's quite nice as well. It helps differentiate this car from a standard A5, and I think that's important when you buy a car like this. You want people to kind of know that it's not your standard run-of-the-mill kind of standard A5. You want it to be a bit more special. That's why I changed the grille on it, and that's why yeah, I guess they put the chrome mirrors on. These are automatic folding, which is quite nice. The rims are 19-inch. I think they're the upgrades from the standard S5 model. They're not the rotary ones, which most people opt for, but I quite like them with the chrome mirrors. If I was going to do anything to the car, I'd probably go for black rims. Quite like that look, especially with the black edition bits around here, and then like the kind of blacked out back window as well. Another angle, nice angle of this car is from kind of this view here, and also at the very back you can see what I really like about it is how it bulges out the side. I really like that styling. You can see it kind of bulges out, and the roof seems to be a lot narrower than the sides. And then you've of course got the quad exhausts on these things, and the S5 badge. So black edition was quite important. I'm really not too keen on the chrome that goes around the windows. I prefer the black, and then the blacked out back windows and the one at the very back as well. Quite like that. So there's another shot from the front. Really like the styling of it. I love walking back to this car. What do I like about the styling of it? I think from the back, my main gripe is, I've got two things about this car that I don't particularly like from the exterior styling. From the back, I do like this kind of lip on here. It's quite nice, it's quite subtle. But this, I like the quad exhaust, but this great bit here, I just don't think it works. So that's one part of the styling I might change if I keep this car. So I'd probably go for black carbon fibre diffuser on the back there. Apart from that, I do quite like it. It could have maybe a few other bits to help it really stand out. I don't know quite what, because people like the understated nature of the design of this car. But I don't know, maybe if it was a bit more aggressive, just to help it look like how fast it is, because it is a fast car. I do like on BMW M3s, I love this little section on here. On here we've got the V6 T, whatever that stands for, because it's a V6 supercharged engine. But yeah, maybe if they did something a bit more special there, the styling, it would have helped. But nonetheless, I really like the look of this car. It kind of needs to be seen in person to really appreciate the lines and the dimensions of it. It does bulge from the sides, and the front bulges as well. Many people rave about Audi interiors. Now, this is obviously not the newest version of the Audi S5, but still, I quite like the way this thing looks inside and the way it feels. So let's have a look inside. So here's the key. You've got the S on there. Nice thick, heavy key, which feels premium. That. So if this being the black edition, you've got the black across the sides there, and you've got the flat bottom steering wheel. You've also got the S5 on the gear stick there. You've got these beautiful seats. I absolutely love these seats. They're some of my favourite seats in any car I've been in. Really like them. We've got the S5 on there, but they're just, I mean, they're not the most well bolstered from the side. They don't hug you that much, but there's something about them that just look so nice. Especially in this black. There are two-tone coloured seats with the Audi S5 B8, and none of the ones I've seen I've really liked that much. But these black ones and the full red ones as well look quite nice. So you've got the Quattro on there, because it's a four-wheel drive, of course. You've got the S5 on there. You've got, let's have a look. You've got this area to put all your bits and pieces, two cup holders, one smaller than the other one. I've never quite got that, but I guess it's part of style in this bit where you put your phone or your key in there. Yeah. So, and you've got the back seats, of course. We'll get on to practicality in a minute, but you can see there's not a great deal of space in there. Again, the piano black running across, piano black over here, and the black there as well. So, as you can see, there's chrome down on the pedals. That looks nice. I'll get back out the car. I'll see S5 on the scuff. And also on the controls for the seat, which is obviously electric. And here you've got your central lock-in. This opens the boot, and your seat memory buttons. And obviously for the windows, and this, if you flip this back here, it'll put the wing mirrors in or out. But yeah, So I really like the look of this interior, especially with the black edition. I'm not that keen with all chrome, but even just these little accents around here look quite nice, I think. And that flat bottom steering wheel is what really helps make this a pleasure to drive. It's thick, it's really kind of weighted. It just feels so solid. And with the kind of feel of the car, which just feels quite wide and it feels solid. That's how I describe this, and the steering wheel just kind of complements that. So if I jump back in the car, I'll open up the windows. We hold this in, automatically puts the windows down. Put your foot on the brake, and then you push the key in to get it started. When it starts up, you get like a nice sound of the engine revving. And the wing mirrors automatically come out. If you want to flick them back in, you just twist this around and they come in. It's really handy that for when you're parked on a road like this and the cars are coming by, just to have them in for safety. And so the center console and the dials are nice, I like them. What I would say is, in the RS5 these dials are fully black, and then these are fully black. In this particular car they're grey. They still look nice, but I think they look nicer when the kind of backs of them are fully black. I think that's a better look, but nonetheless it's still quite nice. Got S5 on there, S5 on there, S5 on there, and on the seats of course. So you've got your temperature control that pops up on here. You've got your radio, your media. If you press this, you've got your CD. I've got a DVD in there at the moment, so it actually reads and plays DVDs on the screen. If you press open, you've got your SD cards, and then you can save music and your files directly onto the car's hard drive as well, which is, I think, is about 500 megabytes or something like that. It's not a great deal, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, that's the interior, and it is a lovely place to be. Really like it. Again, the steering wheel feels very, very quality. You've got cruise control under there, and then you've got your kind of your lights, and then the washers on the right side, and then that's to set your lights on whatever mode you want to put them in. Let's have a look at the back seats. So the back seats, as you can see, that's the front seat there. There's not much space in the back at all. So I pull this, you can use the button on here. But if I just pull that forward, you'll see. I'll try to get in here. There's not much space at all. I mean, I could sit in here and I'd be okay for a little while, but I wouldn't like to sit back here for too long, and my head as well. It's kind of scraping against the top, which isn't good. But everything's quality, you know. You've got the stitching on the sides. I forgot to mention it's Bang & Olufsen sound system, which sounds amazing. Really like that. It's very difficult to get out this thing from the back. You've got the Bang & Olufsen. So yeah, that's a quick overview of the interior. In general, really like this. I think this entertainment system is a little bit dated now, but it's a really nice place to sit. I love the seats, and I just like sitting in here. It's really nice. Just whilst I was talking about practicality of the back seats and all, I'll quickly have a look at the boot. So here, that's this one. Opens up the boot. There's actually quite a lot of space in the boot. Never had any issues getting suitcases in or out or anything like that. So that isn't bad. But of course, you can put the back seats down as well, so that's handy. It's something to know. And the daytime running lights, headlights look class. Love the way they look. Such a mean looking car. And again, the headlights just look really good with that style. You've got park, you've got reverse, neutral. This is for manual. And yes, you probably notice or already know about this car already. You've got the paddle shifters for when you put into manual. So of course, when you want to drive in just regular drive mode, you can put it in drive and you don't need to do anything else. The electronic gearbox will take care of it for you, and it's quite, when you're in normal drive without being in sports mode, it's quite smooth. It's not that fast as you'd imagine, but nonetheless, it's, if you do put your foot down, you kind of get a different sound, and more of a deep sound compared to when you're in sports, where it sounds like it's whining with the supercharger. And if you put it in manual and use the paddle shifters, you can also get some really nice sounds doing it that way. My preferred method is actually having it in manual most of the time, so I can kind of get the little farts from the engine, from the exhaust on command. So I quite like doing that. But if I am just driving around from house to house, not on a long journey or anything like that, I just drop it into manual, into drive, and do it that way. For sports mode, if I need to overtake somebody or I'm going for a bit of fun, I'll put it in sports mode. So if I take the handbrake off, so that's reverse. You get the R on there, you can see that, the bottom left. And neutral and drive, so D1, so there's your gears there, it says D1. Put this along, again, it's along to the left. It goes to M1, which is manual. And then if I pull this down, there's S1. And then that means it's in sports mode, and it'll just go through the gears from there. But if it's in manual, there's two different ways to get it in manual. If it's in drive, like that, which just says D, you can just actually hit one of these paddle shifters when you're driving, and it'll automatically put it in manual. So you can do it that way, but also you can kind of actually set it into manual that way as well. But this gear stick feels really good quality, solid. I really like the way it feels. So you can probably hear that there of the engine kind of farting away. It's a lovely sound. I quite like that. I don't know if it's everybody's cup of tea. It's certainly not a V80 sound, which the previous Audi S5 had. If I knock it down into manual mode, and it'll also make that sound. So again, I'm going to stick it into manual. Actually, I'll go from drive. So this is normal drive mode, and if I put my foot down, it's a lot deeper. Very fast car, it's 0 to 60 in itself meant to be 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. I haven't done any tuning to the engine. I know you can get the stage 1, stage 2, and you can get a belt added to it to put it from 330 brake horsepower up to 450. I think it can get up to for stage 3 or something like that. I don't know the exact stats, but you can certainly tune the hell out of this engine. So if I knock it into manual mode now, I'll go from gear 1. It's fast. It is really fast. I don't usually put my foot down all the time in this thing, actually. I'm not the fastest driver. I kind of like to take my time and just accelerate to hear the sound now and again. So when I do put my foot down, it's quite exhilarating. Yep, it's a beast. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just to summarise, actually, I probably reiterated myself many times on this video, but if you're looking for something that's quality, you like coupes, not too bothered about practicality, you want a nice engine note, you're not too concerned about exactly how it sounds, and something that's quick, then you can pick something up really nice. And yeah, I do recommend it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you need any help with or any questions, perhaps you're looking at buying one but you have a question to ask, then please fire away and I'll be happy to try to help and answer your questions. Thanks now.